Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? And now in this video, I'm going to be telling you 7 lies that a woman is guaranteed to tell you. All right. So before I get into this, shout out to my dude, Miles Cunningham, because, he said something very profound once. He said, women don't lie. Women don't tell the truth. They just say what they feel at the time. You feel what I mean? And all of these things that I'm going to talk about is rooted in that. But what I want to say is that with each of these things that I'm going to talk about, right? I'm not saying that every woman is going to do this when they're interacting with you. And I'm not even saying they're going to do all 7. Some of them could, but most likely they won't, but they'll probably do 1 or 2 or a few in this list. You feel what I'm saying? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the lie, but I'm also going to talk about why they'll lie about it. You understand what I'm saying? Why they will say the things that they say, because it also has to do with how they view you and how they interact with you. All right. So I'm going to just jump into this. So this is in no order of importance. We're just going to go 1 through 7. Now, first thing that a woman's going to lie about is her body count. All right. It's her body count. Now, what's interesting is in real life, most guys don't necessarily talk about the body count really. It's more so like an internet thing. Usually guys don't go on dates or hang out with girls or talk to women and be like, so what's your body count? You understand? Like most guys aren't really doing that. But, if that comes up in some, conversation somehow, let's say you've been dating a girl for a while and you ask her, she's going to lie about the body count. Now, why is she going to lie about the body count? The reason why she's going to lie about the body count is because you asked her and she can tell that you care, right? I did a video the other day where I said that what's ironic is that the guys who want to know the body count are usually the ones who will never know because she's going to lie, and she'll actually tell the truth to the guy who don't give a fuck about that, right? So if you're a guy who's just having a conversation with a chick and she can see that you're non-judgmental, she can see that you're the type of guy who gets pussy, right? She's usually not going to give a fuck about telling you the body count because she sees that you're the type of guy that can handle that type of information. But usually the reason why they lie about the body count is because they can see you're the type of guy that can't handle that type of information, right? So the thing is, she can see that you're the type of guy that's going to judge her on it and feel some type of way. And you're one of those guys that believe like, oh, the chick can't pair bond and she's a slut and she's messed up. And so that's why she's going to lie about the body count. All right. So that's number 1. Now, second thing women are going to lie about is that she needs to be emotionally connected to have sex. That she needs to be emotionally connected to have sex. Now, what happens is that a woman does not actually need to be emotionally connected to have sex. She just needs to be sexually attracted to the guy, right? To want to have sex with that guy. You understand? And so a lot of times women will lie and say they need to be emotionally connected to have sex. And the reason why they're saying that lie is because you want to have sex with her, but she doesn't necessarily want to have sex with you. So what happens is she's like, well, I want his attention. I want him to take me out. I want him to spend money on me. So I'm going to tell him that we got to take it slow. I need to get more connected to you. And therefore you're going to give her more time and energy. But she doesn't need to be emotionally connected to you to have sex. And a lot of times what women will do is this. They will sort of interpret themselves being emotionally connected to the guy they're sexually attracted to. Because I remember one time I thought this was funny. I was at an event and they were speaking on like polyamorous type of relationships or whatever. And so the speaker, I knew her and she's like this polyamorous lady who's, engages in casual sex. So what happened was while she was on stage talking, she was like, oh, I don't do casual sex, right? And so I said, wait a second. So after the show, I rolled up on her. I said, wait a second. How come you said you don't have casual sex? Like, I know you have casual sex. What the hell are you talking about? I was like, didn't you like hook up with a guy you just met one day and y'all met and y'all, and she was like, yeah, but we talked a little bit. And so therefore I got to know him. And so it wasn't casual anymore because I knew him now. But she only spoke to the nigga for like a few hours, not even a few hours, like maybe an hour and a half or something. They were fucking. But see, in her mind, it's no longer casual. And in her mind, she could say, well, we were emotionally connected now, so we can fuck. You understand? So women will sort of have that thought process when it comes to that. But in your mind, you're thinking emotionally connected means, you know, like this long drawn out thing that you got to do and get to know her and spend time and days and weeks and energy and all this other stuff, right? And she knows that you think that, so she'll say that to you because she wants to string it along as much as possible so that she can get as much attention out of you without having sex with you. All right? So that's number two. Number two is she says she needs to be emotionally connected to have sex. Now, the third lie women will tell you is, I'm celibate. I'm celibate. Now, this is the thing. Are there women who are celibate and who say they're celibate and they're telling the truth? Yeah, there could be a few out there that's doing that. But most of them, when they say that they're not telling the truth. You understand? What most of these women will do is they may not necessarily be having sex with any new guys, but they're still having sex with their fuck buddies and all that other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So when she meets you, she'll tell you that she's celibate because she's not trying to fuck anybody else new, because she's trying to find a long-term relationship. And she might think, well, if I keep my legs closed and I date these guys and we don't fuck, then they won't, you know, just use me for sex. And then maybe they'll get to know me and maybe they'll want to like stay with me long-term or whatever the fuck it is. You understand what I'm saying? Or they're like, you know, oh, I've been having so much sex, I need to stop because I'm feeling bad and I need to cleanse myself and I need to fucking, you know, pray and do all this other goofy shit because society says that I'm a whore for fucking too much. So I got to be celibate right now. You know, it's all this other nonsense. But usually what'll happen is that they'll say that for that time. And even for a minute, they might be that way. Let's say she hasn't had sex in like 3 weeks or a month. But then when she starts to get horny and then she meets that guy she wants to fuck, she'll fuck him. You understand what I'm saying? So all of that celibate shit is ridiculous. And side note, you know, the funny part about celibacy, you know, when it comes to like, you know, if you're looking at it on a spiritual sense, and, you know, I've been like researching this and looking this stuff up, is that to be celibate is not necessarily about not having sex. It's about not being attached and addicted to the pleasure of sex. That's what being celibate actually means. So you can still have sex and be celibate. You just are not attached and addicted to the pleasure, meaning that the pleasure and it takes over you, meaning like you're so addicted that you can't control yourself. Right? So being celibate means being able to enjoy sex, but not be a slave to it. But that's a whole nother story. We ain't got to get into that. And, you know, you can tell ladies that if you want to when you're talking to them and they talking about they celibate. But usually they're telling you they're celibate because they're not really trying to fuck with you like that. But anyway, so number fourth thing on the list of, you know, a woman to lie about is no hookups. No hookups. So you see this on the dating apps. I'm not looking for a hookup. I'm not into hooking up. No hookups, so forth, so on, blah, 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 right? But what happens is that you meet these girls, you might go out for a drink, or you might holler at them on FaceTime, right? Or, you know, you talk to them on the phone, and the next thing you know, they come into your crib and y'all smashing. But she said no hookups on the app. You understand? But she'll still hook up. And the reason why that woman will say no hookups is because what happens is that they are hooking up and they're tired of just hooking up, even though they still like to hook up because they like sex, but they're looking for that guy who's going to take them more seriously. So they're like, hopefully, you know, me saying that will attract the guy who's going to believe that I'm not going to hook up. And then he'll like try to actually take me out and take me on a bunch of dates and get to know me and all this other stuff. But she's still hooking up. And the guy who she's sexually attracted to, she'll hook up with him. You see what I'm saying? She's just saying that because, again, and this is the funny part, because it's a cycle. So she's going out with the guy she's sexually attracted to, right? But a lot of guys who she might not necessarily be that attracted to are swiping right on her, but she never swipes right on them, so they don't match. So she's matching with all the guys she's sexually attracted to. Those guys fuck her and leave. So of course she's gonna put no hookups. And what she's looking for is a guy she's sexually attracted to who's not gonna just want to hook up with her, but usually the guys she's attracting or the guys she wants are the guys that all the women want. So therefore, he's just gonna hook up with her and then move on to the next chick. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's how it works, man. That the game is cold out here. But anyway, so number 5, the 5th thing the woman's gonna lie about is she will lie about her ex. Now, this part is tricky because what happens is that if you're a guy who has weak ass game, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna meet a girl and let's say y'all on a date, you're going 1 or 2 dates or whatever, y'all talking, going back and forth, whatever. And let's say I get into the conversation about exes or whatever, right? She's gonna lie about her ex, but not necessarily a lie. Because remember what Miles said, they don't lie, they don't tell the truth, they just talk about how they feel. So basically what she's saying to you is how she feels about her ex, not necessarily what her ex did. Now, there are times where a chick's ex has done something crazy and she could say, yeah, he was on some bullshit, right? But a lot of times he may not have really even done anything crazy, but it's her interpretation of what he did where she's going to, express it as if it was some crazy ass shit. Right. And so it's basically like a lie because it's not really the reality of what happened. It's just her perception of what happened, not actually what happened. Right. So let's say, for example, she had a ex who had some boundaries or something like that. And let's say she, for example, was, had an attitude about something. Right. And then he told her, hey, listen, I don't like your attitude. And, if you keep this up, then I'm gonna have to end this because I'm not the type of guy you can have an attitude with. Right. So then she might interpret that as, oh, he didn't care about my feelings or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Because in her mind, she has the attitude because she's expecting him to chase her and be like, baby, it's okay. What's wrong? Why are you feeling this way? And he's like, bitch, chill the fuck out. I'm not with all that riffraff. Like calm the fuck down. And if you keep acting that way, I'm out of here. Right? So she might tell you, oh, my ex, he treated me really bad. And, he didn't care about me. He didn't listen to what I would say. And then now your simp ass is like, oh, that's crazy. That's so bad. And you're thinking, oh, I'm going to be, a different guy. I'm going to treat her great. I'm going to treat her nice. You see what I'm saying? But she's really just selling you her interpretation of what happened, but not what's really going on. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times women will do that. So whenever you hear a woman talk about her ex, take that shit with a grain of salt. So now number 6, the 6th thing that she's going to lie about is that she's not seeing anyone else, So let's say you met a girl, y'all been hooking up for, I don't know, a month or something like that. You haven't seen each other for a month. And then if you get into the conversation of like, oh, are you seeing anybody else? Right? She's going to say no, even if she is. Right? And the reason why is because if she was really feeling you, if she really likes you, she's going to say no because she knows that most guys, because most guys are beta, but she knows most guys feel some type of way about a woman being with another man, even if that's not his girl, even if they've only been seeing each other for a month, right? So she knows this. So she's going to lie and say, no, I'm not seeing anybody. I'm just chilling. And when I'm not with you, I'm reading the Bible and I'm praying to Allah and all this, like whatever. Right. So she's going to lie and say that. So this is the thing. And to what capacity, who knows? Meaning, and when I say to that, what capacity she's seeing the person, there's always some other guy she's talking to, some other guy she's going to go on a date with, some other guy she's probably fucking. It's all those things happening. My thing is, you shouldn't even ask a woman or even give a fuck if she's seeing somebody else while she's hooking up with you. You should not give a fuck. Because because not your girl. Y'all have no, like long-term situation going on, none of that. So don't give a fuck, right? But she will lie because she knows niggas is soft. But anyway, last thing women will lie about is when she says she needs a break or she needs space. She needs a break or she needs space, right? So you'll be in a relationship with a woman. She's like, I think we need to take a break. I need a break. I need some space. I need some time to think, all that other stupid shit, right? What that really means is I am this close to breaking up with you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this break to see if I can find somebody better, or the other guy that I'm cheating on you with, or kind of seeing or kind of talking to, I'm gonna see if it's gonna work out with him. So if it does work out with him, when I come back from this break, I'm gonna tell you that it's over. But if it doesn't work out with him, I'm gonna come back from this break and get back with your ass. That's all that means. So whenever a chick says she needs a break or whatever, just break up. Just call it a day. You understand? Don't do all that breakup shit, because all the breakup shit, all the break stuff is her basically putting you on hold so that she can go explore and do what she got to do and then come back with the results. So if she found another dude, or the other dude wants to fuck with her on some shit, she's going to leave you and kick you to the curb. Or what's going to happen is if it doesn't work out with the other dude, she's going to come crawling back to you. Either way, it's not a good situation. You see what I'm saying? So just as soon as she says, I think we need a break, I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. I agree. We should break up. You could have a long ass break. We already finished. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is, man. But that's pretty much it, guys. Listen, if you have any questions, click the link below and I'll holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below. Click the link below or go straight to mr.locario.com to get the documentary Game Kings, The Definition of Game.